the final episode of the series.
How long till we're back?
5, maybe 6 weeks. It's been good. I've enjoyed this series.
Give us your favourite.
I've enjoyed your company. David Bentley.
You enjoyed this company?
Yeah.
Oh,
Nearly went
lovely.
through net that land, didn't it?
I don't think you mean that.
He can't stop lying, can he? He just can't stop, can he?
You definitely don't mean it.
Who was it? David Bentley. He's my favourite. Who's been your favourite?
Bentley, yes. I enjoy Clattenburg.
Yes.
I've also enjoyed Kevin Nolan.
I think it has been a good series, I'll be honest
It's been
with
a
you.
very good series,
yeah,
John, and
it
I can't wait to get back.
Ian Taylor.
Ian Taylor.
He still
There's been
has
too many good
some
ones.
headphones though.
Dave Jones.
Dave Jones, yeah.
Who is it today, Chris?
Today it is Mr. Paul Konchesky.
Good eyes on him.
Beautiful eyes.
Beautiful eyes, yeah. Well remembered.
Very
Beautiful
handsome
eyes,
man.
beautiful
Piercing.
teeth.
Yeah.
Very similar haircut to myself.
Tintin.
You said tinted or Tintin?
Tintin.
Oh, right, yeah.
Both snowy as well.
Yeah, just teeth miles off it, mine, though, like, compared to his.
I really like them though.
Yeah, so do I.
Where do you remember him most, career-wise?
Charlton, me.
Say
And it were early.
Fulham.
Fulham for me.
I can't remember him at West Ham. I know he was only there a little bit, but I can't remember him there.
But it's another great episode to finish.
Yep.
And we have to say a massive thank you to O'Neill Sportswear for supporting us throughout the series. And that link's in the description if you want to sort your own team out.
Live show, Chris.
Leeds. When?
Saturday, 11th of October, with Matthew Kilgallen.
Night one's sold out, innit?
Yeah, night one sold out, so we're doing an afternoon/tea time.
Yeah.
Get
Get as
over.
many live shows as we can. Maybe then we can like get some nicer places to record. We've got some bit of dust up here, some old Lego,
There'll be ham wraps down
ham
there.
wrap
and all.
down there. But no, thank you to everyone for sticking
Listening.
with us throughout the series, listening, watching, and the Patreons in that time that we're between series. There's still going to be them 2 extra episodes.
Yep.
And Yakubu's just come out.
What
Big yak.
What a guy. One of my favourite terminologies we've had.
What?
Instead of the new challenge,
Yes, new project.
new project.
I remember speaking to him because we always try and find a middle ground. So no, Mick Rathbone sends his regards. Who? Mick Rathbone. He sends his regards. Who is Mick Rathbone? I went, Baz. He went, Baz!
You know, the guy with your physio at Everton for 4 years. Oh, Baz! Great lad.
Baz.
Great lad.
Well, should we get Paul in?
Yeah,
Aye.
let's get him in.
Thanks again.
Yeah, and we'll see you soon. I don't want it to be that long, but we'll see you soon.
See you soon.
I like working harder than you.
Still got the pie shop.
Yeah.
I've just seen that.
Yeah, my mum runs it really.
Yeah.
I got it from my mum really. When I retired, I said to her, "Why don't you just start on your own?" And because she was a chef, so working for other people, just work for yourself, and then that's how it come about. So it's just from my mum.
Is it
really.
the proper
The pie mash
East
liquor,
London?
yeah. But it's a calf, and then obviously the pie mash on the side, which there's not many about no more. Like proper. Pie
People
mash
actually eat that shite.
yeah.
If we're just saying
So
John's a
you'd
bit like
take
he's a baby.
pie mash and gravy, wouldn't you?
Pie mash and
Yeah.
gravy, mint sauce, sound, not it's the liquor,
liquor.
man. Yeah.
But loads of vinegar and all that.
No.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Just loads of vinegar and pepper.
That's
I
good.
bet you'd eat it, yeah.
It's good. I like it.
Yeah.
I thought I'd like it, but then is there eels in it?
No, they used to
that
do it like
different?
they used to be that. It used to be made with eels, but it's like parsley sauce really. It used to be
we'd
made
like
with
that, John.
like eels, but yeah, it ain't no more. No.
Does she do a gravy option?
Yeah.
Oh, that's all right then.
And she'd probably give you a little pot of liquor just to try if you wanted to.
Kids portion.
You can try that.
Just chicken nuggets, chips, and red sauce for
And
everybody.
gravy.
Yeah.
Turkey dinosaur. Dipping me turkey dinosaurs in the gravy. Perfect.
How old were you when you got picked up by Charlton? Because am I right in saying you were, what's the Sunday League team?
Semrab.
Semrab.
Yeah,
we're
so
older.
I was 9 when I went to West Ham and went to Sunderland at 11, and then Charlton I went up 13.
Right, so you're still...
Yeah,
Right.
so West Ham 9 to 13, and then Charlton I went to 24, and then went back to West Ham.
Who was in your Senrab team?
John Terry, Ledley King, Bobby Zamora, J. Lloyd Samuel, bless his heart, Fitzall.
What's this team, sorry?
Just a grassroots team, but it was probably the best. It was the best grassroots team that you could have played for. But it's really hard because you don't know at the time that they were going to be that good.
Yeah.
But so Leon Knight and Defoe was the younger group below. So Campbell, Muzzy is it? They played it a bit older, but yeah, so a load of ex-players come out of there.
Hell, not half.
But yeah, well, Leon Knight and that Jermaine was just below, so they thought they always could play up, but we had a good team. Yeah, they were tiny. But he was probably a bit better than Defoe, 90.
What, back then?
Yeah, could score goals, right? But that not fucking happened. Attitude and...
Opened his mouth a bit much, maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
Cut that out, Dave.
They're fucking coming for me again. Well, right, so.
And how old were you when you made your debut? 'Cause am I right?
16. 16
The youngest.
and 93 days. Well, I was, but then John Joe took it by about 20 days or something. But
Right.
yeah, so I left school, done my exams in June, pre-season July, August I played.
That's not bad, is it?
And respectfully, was that because you were really good, or was there a crisis, or
No,
what?
you're right. No, Anthony Barnes, left back.
No.
Yeah.
He was at Chelsea. He was injured, but he was having a fitness test on the Saturday. So the manager, to be fair to him, done me a favour because I would have shit myself if he told me on Friday I'm playing. So he waited till Saturday, 1:30, failed his fitness test. So I didn't really have time to think about it. I was straight in the team and that was it. So I played the next 3 and then I come out respectively, probably going to be too much, keep going. But
We still involved though?
yeah. So I was probably involved for about 15 games. At sub, travel all the time, but you can look back now, I think, what the fuck am I keep travelling for?
Were you still having to make
Fucking
the teas and the copies on the bus?
On the bus, yeah.
But at
Yeah.
the time, are you like just loving it?
I loved it. They were my best days probably at Charlton because as a kid, all you wanted to do is play and just kicking balls, smashing balls around every day. But I had to get a bit more serious when I went with the first team, really.
Yeah. And at that age, who in that first team squad's been good for you?
Who was?
Yeah.
Steve Brand, Stuart Barmer, Scotsman, Richard Rufus. I looked after his boots. And then a bit later on, Powley, I got a bit older, but Chrissy Powell came, so he was a bit of a mentor to me. But I got in the team with Scotty Parker, so we grew up together and always roomed together. So them away trips,
helps.
we should fucking shit ourselves. Because ex-players, older players was like, we're going to do this, do that. And we're shitting ourselves, putting chairs up against the door so no fucker can...
Oh, they're saying we're in tonight.
Yeah, so put them doors, they can't get in that room, can they? Shitting our pants. But it probably put us in good stead for what went on.
And what a first season and all. I mean, I'm a Sunderland fan.
Yeah.
So that's a bad memory for me, but the playoff final.
Yeah, so me
getting
and Scotty,
promoted.
obviously we weren't involved, but we was part of the squad and in the suits and all that. And it was, obviously Clive killed you for the boy
Clive, the Sunderland fan.
The boy from Sunderland killed you. But it was a fantastic day, weren't it? And obviously for us, it was even better. But it was one game that would always stick out, being a Charlton boy.
But you know, at the time, because you'd made them 4 appearances, we were half thinking, I've got less chance of playing now. They've getting promoted. So in the back of your mind, another season in the Championship, maybe I'll get a run,
Progress
get more
quicker.
of a run.
Yeah, probably. You know as well as I do, when you play, you think you're always going to play every game. That's what you want to do. But going up, I always backed myself to play. But you're right, the club gets bigger, they get more money, and they bring more players in, which Chris Powell came in. So again, for me, an experienced player killed me. But I think I played 4 the first year, 10 the second year, and then 15, and then I was a regular. So when I look back, it was probably good for me, but I wanted to play all the time, and when them getting promoted, I was never going to play.
Were there no talk of you going on loan?
No, the manager was quite frail with me, really. Like, you're not going anywhere. Me and Scotty Parker, so we grew up together and we got in the team together. So it was a little bit like we're doing everything together, but we were separate. But to be fair, a few years later, Sunderland did come in for me and Scotty Parker, and they wouldn't let us go because the money weren't enough. And it probably killed me because it was when Big Nye was there, Kevin Phillips.
Yeah.
They probably was one of the biggest teams in the Premier League, and it was something that we wanted to do. And maybe if the price was right, it might have been different, and might not have had the career I did. Might have gone on and had a different career. You don't know, but he never let us go on loan, and that was probably the big thing that me and him fell out of towards the end of my days at Charlton.
Is he as awkward as what we've heard?
Curbishly. Yeah, he's quite stubborn. He's like he believes everything he thinks is right, and that was me. I wanted to play as a kid, got in the team, didn't play. All I wanted to do was play. So it was, let me go on loan and get your spirit. No, you're not going there. But I'm not playing there. So, and it was a bit his way or that's it. And that's how that football club was with him.
So were you knocking on his door at a young age?
All the time, yeah, because I wanted to play, and I had that taste, and it probably happened too quick really at 16. But I got that taste of being around professional lads and but being a kid. But I backed myself to play, and I thought I was good enough to play, and I had to grow up really quick and go and knock on the manager's door to get in the team. And how do I do it? If I'm not going to do it here, I want to go and go somewhere else.
Yeah.
But they still made you do all the jobs and everything.
Yeah, until I signed my first professional contract at 17. So I had to do, I'll never forget it. I trained in the morning with the first team. Wanted to go out in the afternoon, weren't allowed. So I had to stay around till all the boys finished in the afternoon. And I'd done the medical room. I'll never forget it. The academy manager used to go around the skirting boards and make sure I'd done my job.
Like four in a bed?
Oh, it was disgusting. Putting his fingers around there, making sure I cleaned it. And I'm like, I'll do it because that's what I'm getting paid for. Richard Rufus boots, Stuart Barmer's boots, always had to be done. But yeah, listen, I loved it, and that's probably what I say put me in good stead to go and have the career I did.
It's a tough one in all the physio room because it has got to be spotless, hasn't it? Mm-hmm. You know, for germs and shit.
Yeah.
Like, you can get a boot room and that, you can get away with a bit of money.
And Fridays was the worst because we had the weekend not off because we was playing, but Friday it had to be spotless because the youth team players were going to be using it, and like you say, it had to be spotless. You had to put all the towels in the wash and clean all the beds, disinfectant, but yeah, that was my job. And did I love it? No, not. But I did love them days. Yeah, they're the best days for me.
We had Kevin Lisby on, and he told us about the time Parker was trying to force a move. You remember much about it?
Yeah, I think we had 11v11 on the pitch by the trees as you're driving the training ground. We had 11v11. It must have been the day before the game. And he just walked around kicking footballs everywhere until the manager said, like, if you don't want to be here, fuck off in. And Scotty just walked off and went in because another big move for him to go to Chelsea, and he didn't want to be there, and he tried to force his way out, which I think eventually he did. But again, the club wanted more money for him, and I think that's a big part and parcel of it. They always want more money, which...
But there's got to be a figure where everybody's happy. And
I get that, and I think it was 10 million in the end, and the club like Charlton, it was a fantastic deal, and Scotty got what he wanted at the end of it. But again, forcing his way out on a Friday morning, preparing for a game, him just booting balls around,
did he play
walking
on the
around. No, fuck.
Wonder what it'd be like now. You know, if Hannibal started kicking fucking balls there, I wonder what Scotty would be like. Yeah.
But yeah, so obviously Kev was involved, and John Fortune and people like that. So we all was in the same youth team. So it was quite weird to see Scotty do that.
Was it out of character?
Because we've never seen it. Yeah, and wanting to go to a big team, Chelsea, they had the big dough, and Abramovich just bought the club, and it was going to be one of the signings that they really wanted. So he wanted to force that deal through, and he ended up making it happen because that's what he got down to. That, listen, we've probably all done it and we shouldn't do it, but that's what got him out of the club.
Sometimes you've got to, ain't you? You've got to do it.
What do you think, Chris?
You big way, go on, Scotty. Go on.
I'd be like, fuck, no fucker wants me. I have to train and that. Maybe Chester. Chester might want us, not fucking Chelsea.
For me, your first England call-up came, you were 22.
Yeah.
Still at Charlton?
I was, yeah. both of my caps, to be fair, come at Charlton. So I think that was 2003.
Yeah.
So obviously got a bit more regular in the team, and I always say it to people, probably, unfortunately, that we had probably the best left back in the world at left back when I was trying to break through to the England team with like Coley, Ash, and then Bridgie was his understudy. So the 3 left backs, them 2 and myself, it's really tough. But one of them was injured. I think Coley was injured, to be fair, and I got that opportunity to go with the national team and be part of that.
Who was manager?
Sven Goran Eriksson, yeah. Yeah, Sven took me and toured grip, but
You must have been buzzing, man, when you got that call, 22.
I know.
yeah, it was a dream.
Had you heard whispers that you might be getting the call?
No, I think Scott was in that squad as well, and I think he had the heads up that he might be involved, and like nothing was said to me. So I think I went out. We had a game when I was going out, and about 8 o'clock I got a call from the FA to say that you're going to be involved in the squad meeting up Monday morning. So you can imagine the beers went to the side.
I'm celebrating. Champagne.
The beers went to the side, and I was shitting myself from that minute, really. So thinking, I'm going away with. I've probably put myself down a little bit. You've been at Charlton as a small club, and you're going away with the Man United boys, Chelsea boys, Liverpool boys, Beckham, Scholes.
Yeah.
You shouldn't really be in that squad. So it was, it was a dream come true, but a bit of an eye opener for me then, where I didn't back myself.
Would you say, like, I mean, we spoke about it a lot, that imposter syndrome. Would you say that you, even though you're playing a Premier League club, are you still in awe when you go to an England camp and, like you said, you've got your Beckhams, you've got your Scholes and everyone else there? Have you stepped inside yourself a bit?
Yeah, and I've never done that. I've never been like that, especially on the pitch playing against them.
Yeah.
It didn't matter to me, but I think knowing I'm going to be with them, always put that in my head, are you good enough to be with them guys? And because I felt Man United, Chelsea, they're the big boys, and Charlton are just a little club from London and shouldn't probably be in the Premier League, but we are, and we ain't got the biggest players. And I obviously got the England cap through that. And yeah, I probably went inside myself and probably didn't give my own ability credit, really, where I should have been there, and I got picked for a reason, but I didn't back myself.
Who out of that squad, because you were a young lad coming in for the first time, who made you feel welcome and looked after you just to make sure you're all right? Because we hear that it was cliquey and this and that, but there must have been people that do go out the way to look after these new lads.
Yeah, it was tough. Obviously, I had Scotty there, so we was probably like we are all the time, or what always was, really close together. But probably the London boys would be more welcoming. Obviously, no John Terry, so John was in the squad and he made me feel welcome. And Gary Neville was really good when you got one-on-one, but it was a little bit, you say, the Liverpool boys, the Man United boys, and it was just the London boys just on their own and all together. So probably the London boys was probably the more welcoming than most.
Thing is, you're not lucky, but it helped that you knew Parker and you knew John Terry. Imagine turning up and knowing nobody.
Yeah.
I'd be fucking
On your
myself.
own.
Yeah. I know you'd be all right, wouldn't you, Biggie? But
I'm going like a fucking whirlwind. I'm going like Song at the Hedgehog. They'd either love me or think I'm an absolute prick within 4 minutes. One or other.
No, you're right, yeah. And yeah, going inside myself, lucky enough I knew people, because I probably weren't that outgoing then, and I was still a kid really at 22, and like I say, I shouldn't have been there. But I was there, and that's probably one thing I do regret about making my first England debut.
just not being you.
Being myself, and I got there for a reason that someone might have got injured, but I was next in line, so the manager's obviously liked something he's seen, and I probably didn't take that into what I could have and should have done.
So do you think the most intimidating thing would be going into the lads as opposed to the football bit?
Yeah. I'd just be hiding
How
in
you
the room.
felt?
Yeah, like I said, Charlton, young boys, mid-table to bottom half, and then you're going out with the big boys. because they were big boys, Beckham, Scholes, Carragher, Ferdinand, Neville's, Owen. Felt like I shouldn't have been there, where I was there for a reason. I deserved to be there, but I didn't back myself and give it my all, really.
Once you get on the training pitch and that, everything was a bit more normal, doesn't it?
Yeah. It's just that first few days of not knowing anybody and...
Had you kicked Beckham in the past, like in a game or not?
I've tried.
Yeah. I think, oh, fucking, I did him at home. I did him.
He owes us one.
Yeah.
I mean, on paper, it looks a random one, but the loan to Tottenham, how did that happen and where was the...
Interesting, really, yeah. Because I was at Charlton, wanting to play. So that's the way I got. I was a little bit older and it probably felt, or the manager felt I was allowed to go because he needed a centre-back. He was desperate for a centre-back. And Tottenham let them have Chris Perry. So Chris Perry went to Charlton and I went the opposite way because...
Both loans?
Yeah, because when I was at England 21s, Johnny Gorman was my 21s coach and he was Hoddle's number 2 at Tottenham. So it was a bit like, well, you're taking him, we'll take myself on loan to Tottenham, which that's how it came about. And I think at the end of it, I only played for 3 months. Then I got a sack after 10 days, which didn't help. But it did help because I played for the 3 months. But David Pleat took over, and at the 3 months, it was just before Christmas. I remember it. Where Charlton was playing Tottenham Boxing Day. I went back just before then because Curbishly pulled me back, but wanted to keep Chris Perry, so they wouldn't let me stay. And I played against Tottenham on Boxing Day at White Hart Lane. For Charlton. So he pulled me back from Tottenham and I played against them. It was tough for me because 5 days before I was training with them and then I had to play on Boxing Day at White Hart Lane.
How did you do?
Yeah, we won 1-0 at Charlton for Charlton, but my time at Tottenham was really good. Probably really good, and I played with good players and I played for 3 months. So I played 15 games there. So I did love it. I loved the experience of, again, probably first time that I've played with bigger players than what we had at Charlton. I mean, Robbie Keane, Canuti, Stephen Carr, Gus Poyet, Darren Anderton. So I played with some fantastic players there as well.
Speaking of going back to Charlton, somebody who wouldn't feel intimidated in any room, Danny Mills. What were Mills like?
I think he's a bit Marmite. You either like him or you don't. He came in, he loved fitness. We'd probably say he was busy.
Yeah.
But that's probably why Harry had a career he went on and done. He was all for himself, while he was doing stuff in the gym and working. Had energy to burn, to be fair. Felt like he had about 15 coffees every 10 minutes. But I think I got on the right with Millsy. But I thought he was really busy and constantly on people's cases, but probably couldn't back it himself because he was an unbelievable player. Just he got by and he was busy as fuck.
If you listen to him, he was an incredible player.
Andy Todd there then?
Yeah, Toddy was there. Yeah.
He just looks scary, doesn't he? We speak about it.
Did you ever see him switch?
I did, yeah. We was going away to Aston Villa. Have you heard this story?
No.
So we was prepping for Aston Villa away, doing the set plays, and Dean Kiley, the goalie at the time, was putting people in positions, and for some reason, them two fell out. We got off the training pitch and they still were going at it. So he just hit Dean Kiley. Busted his nose and his eye went, and we all got on the coach. Dino didn't get on the coach. Toddy got on the coach. We went to Villa. Dino turned up that night to play Saturday morning, but it was all from doing set plays. No, I'm not doing that. I think we should do this. And something got said and he just went bang. Busted his nose and his eye.
Didn't Kylie play?
Yeah, Dino played the next day, yeah.
Frosty? Must have been.
Yeah, it was, yeah. But I think it was probably the best thing that could have happened, that he just come up and played and basically got away with it. Not got away with it, but you get over it, don't you? You ain't going to fight on a match day and that was it, really.
I think if Toddy hits me once, I think I'm just taking it and walking off. I'm doing the same. I'm not going back.
I don't think you're walking off.
Yeah.
I'm pretending I'm knocked out, even if I'm not, just so you don't get another one. I'm snoring.
But he's a nice guy, Toddy.
Yeah.
But he's just got that fuse that goes, boom, done.
We were saying about maybe Millsy not being able to back up his high standards himself. There's a Di Canio there, and I imagine he was the opposite. I reckon he demanded high standards, but he could obviously do it himself.
Yeah, Paolo was, like you say, he coming towards the back end, he was probably like all his career. His standards was second to none, on and off the pitch. And I'll never forget, we was training, and he didn't think it was good enough. So after training, he just started doing box-to-boxes that you'd normally would, but he'd done about 25 box-to-boxes because he said, like, that training shit, I need to be fit and be ready for the match on the weekend. So his standards was second to none. And I think you look at him and he took his top off, and for 37, 38, he was absolutely ripped. And it's like, how the fuck are you still like that? Like, we're younger than that, and we used to go on away games, and he would sit for dinner with us, but he wouldn't eat with us because he'd only have pasta, but he'd have it at 9 o'clock at night, and that was his routine. And he demanded high things, but he could back it up.
See, no carbs after 7 for me. Look at the fucking state of me. I couldn't see it in pasta at 9 bells. Like an Adonis.
If we were going to have a quick break with a message from one company, who would you like it to be?
I think I'd like it to be NordVPN, please.
Yeah, well,
if that's all right with you two.
It's your lucky day.
Is it?
Oh.
Brilliant.
Our favourites, NordVPN. If you're not using it, what are you doing?
Tell you what, it is good for as well now with these new laws. You know, don't you, lads?
I know what you're on about, John.
Oh.
You know, the new
restrictions
on age verification and all that for certain sites.
Right.
What I do, bouncer to Colombia, job done.
Well, if you don't know what NordVPN is, you can bounce your location to anywhere in the world. Perfect for watching sports abroad or watching abroad sports over here.
Yep.
One thing that I was wondering, is the security still watertight?
Is it?
Bank details, everything's still firmly
under
secured.
Lock and key. Extra protection for all your bank details and everything else associated. All you do, switch on your NordVPN. Happy days.
I think there's just one more question for me, but have we got a bit of an offer or?
Have we got an offer? All you're going to do is click that link in the description and you get a heavy discount and a 30-day money-back guarantee. I've not stopped using it. I've been using it for 3-4 years now.
Same.
Yeah.
I'll be using it
Cheaper
a lot
flights.
bloody more than what I used to. Mark my words.
So yeah, the link's in the description. Get yourself that heavy discount and a 30-day money-back guarantee with NordVPN. Did you hand a transfer request in before the Tottenham move?
No,
No.
not before the Tottenham, but that's
Maybe
how
after.
I got, when I left Charlton to go to West Ham, I put one transfer request in there.
And is that because West Ham were interested or just...
No, just because I think it was me and the manager fell out, just because all I wanted to do is play, and I wanted to play regular. And I know you're not a regular anywhere you go, but I just thought I could have been playing more in a team rather than what I was doing. So
Yeah.
it was for me, it was time to move on and try something different with a different manager and a different club. So the only way it would happen is if I could put a transfer request in.
And had you been looked after contract-wise at Charlton? You know, like, because normally if you go through the youth ranks and that, you're using miles of it, aren't you? Had they looked after you, or were you...
If I look back now, probably like you say there, John, he's one of the academy boys. He don't need to have as much as someone else is coming in.
Yeah.
But I think that is everywhere.
Oh, yeah, I don't think
Especially
it's just
growing up,
Charlton.
I thought that was everywhere.
Yeah.
But yeah, you probably get left behind a little bit.
Which is wrong, really, because you're at England international at this point, aren't you, as well?
Yeah. I just wanted to play, so the money bit didn't bother me then. It's only when you get older you think, no, I deserve this. Like, this is what I want. But at the time, I just wanted to play, and I didn't even think about things. As long as I had a contract and I knew I had a couple more years on my contract, whatever year it was, so I feel like I'm safe, then that was it, really.
Mm. If you think back, was it frosty with Curbishly when you left Charlton? Was there a fallout, or was it amicable? You shook hands at the end?
No, it was frosty. So we'll probably talk about the move to West Ham, and that will come up. So
It's a load of questions.
We know what you're doing.
That was it was frosty. That I wanted to play, and we had fallings out, and I'd play well, and he'd leave you out, and so I was always knocking on his door, and that's probably why I wanted to leave and try it with someone else and go elsewhere. So the transfer request was for that reason.
Mm.
And you're thinking, thank fuck, I'm not going to be playing for him again anyway. And then Pardew leaves, in walks Alan.
Yeah, so the first 16 months was quite good at West Ham. I loved it. Got to the cup final, and Pardew.
That's your club as well, isn't it?
Yeah, it's my club, and Pards obviously took me there, which we had a fantastic first season, getting to the cup final and obviously losing. But the second season started not great, but get rid of the manager, and you get loads of, you know what it's like when you get loads of, he might be the manager, and I'm like, fuck me, I hope he ain't the manager.
So are you really thinking, fuck please, anymore?
Yeah, and I was just thinking, if he comes, I'm fucked. Yeah. And this is my team. Like, I've just signed, and I'm fucking, all I want to do is play for West Ham.
Are you think if he, well, you've just said it, if he comes in, I'm fucked, I'm gone. Was the relationship?
I think it was that frosty. It was like, I don't know if I can play for him again, because I know how he is and what he done to me. I think he came in Christmas time, because we played Man United, we won 1-0. Went away to Reading, lost 6-0. And I think after that I didn't play again. But I think when he came in, we did sit down and he said, it's a clean slate. And I'm like, I fucking know it's not. It's only a clean slate. But just by the impression that, and then he bought someone else, might have been George McCartney or Clive Clark came in. So I knew then it was game over.
That's really, isn't it? Because it's personal then, isn't it? It's not about how you're playing, because you've obviously been playing.
Yeah.
Or in the lead up to that.
Yeah. So I think after that, I didn't play again. So I think he left me, Teddy Sheringham out. So we used to train all week, and on a Saturday, Sunday, we'd just have weekends off. Like, regardless wherever they went, we'd have the weekend off. Which hurt, because I'm a West Ham boy, and all I wanted to do is play for West Ham.
But it's a strange one, because he's put you in the team at such a young age, and you played a lot of games for him.
Yeah.
And then he's just decided that he's not having you at the back end of Charlton.
Yeah.
And he's carried that on to West Ham. It's just doesn't really add up.
Yeah, and I probably didn't help saying to him, like, I don't fucking want to play for you, blah, blah, blah.
There we go.
But that was at Charlton, not West Ham.
Yeah.
Hey, great digging. Great digging.
But that was at Charlton. Like, I don't fucking want to play for you. Like, I want to leave. Like, and that's for the transfer. Then he came there. Yeah, it's a clean slate. Deep down, I knew my time was over, really. I still had 2 more years there, but probably could have just sat there and done fuck all. But I wanted to play again.
They say you're still only 23, 24?
24, yeah.
Going back to the time under Pardew and the cup final, we've had a few lads on. We've had Ginge on and Bobby Zamora talking about, Ginge was planning his night out. We've won the FA Cup. A couple of minutes left. What are you thinking? Have you got it over the line?
Hero.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think, firstly, when I score, I thought it was later into the game. But it was fucking 62, 63 minutes. And then the ball goes up, there's 2-3 minutes left, and fucking hell, lads, we've done it here. Like, you are running around thinking, fucking hell, we're going to fucking win the FA Cup here. And then what happens. Scaloni kicks it, fucking heads it down to Gerrard and anyone else but him. I think it don't go in, but it fucking puts a screamer in. I say the middle would have, Jimmy Walker would say it was bottom and he'd save it.
That's exactly what he said.
He wanted the top, so I say middle, and he went, well, fuck, I would have caught it then. But that's what he would have said, I know. But yeah, and anyone else but him, it don't go in. And then extra time, we we get through that, and I think penalties is anyone's game. But yeah, you're so fucking close. But they've got fantastic players, and like I say, it happens. Falls to him, and
winning the FA Cup for your team as well.
I know.
I imagine it's nice winning the FA Cup, but for your team, it'd have been incredible.
Don't rub it in, for fuck's sake. Shit.
But you do, yeah, you do. You think you're so close, and then it's fucking 2 minutes to go, and he puts one in, rockets it in the goal.
And it's one of them as well. In the future, if you win the FA Cup, they're not sacking Pardew, are they? For a bad run.
They might have sacked him for the dance on the touchline he done.
Deservedly so as well.
Instant dismissal.
Might have sacked him for that, but no, you're right. I think it would have been tough to get rid of him winning a cup final for the club, but yeah, it fucking weren't to be, and we sit here now, so close.
Was he good to play under, Pardew?
Yeah, he was really good.
Is he a bit Marmite?
I think the lads, some of the lads called him Choco. Like if he was a bit of chocolate, you'd eat him, but he'd eat himself. But he was really good for me, and I think he was good for that group. We was probably all like a lot of British players, a lot of young lads, which he got the best out of. And other than when Yossi came and Teddy came, we didn't really have many big names. I think the group he really got knitted together, and we had a good solidation there with a good group of core English boys.
Were you a fan of New Bar as well as Ginge?
New Bar 195, Romford. we had that group that we all went together. It weren't just individually, so we had a good group. Ted was probably the leader of the pack, to be fair.
Well, he is good for knockdowns on a night out as what he were for putting another striker in, Teddy.
Jim's touched tight, Jimmy Walker. He was touched tight to Jim. Because he, like you say, he knocked him down for a few people.
And Jimmy saved him.
He might have dropped him. Some went through the net a few times, but he was all right, yeah. Jim was his man marker.
Speaking of goalkeepers, have you got on Bywater?
Stevie Bywater, another cannon.
Yeah.
He was a good lad. Stevie was a good lad, and I can't remember what game, and Jimmy probably spoke about it. He come on for Jimmy Walker at the stadium at Upton Park, where you can see yourself in the screen. So he was obviously watching, someone took kick-off, and it fizzed past Stevie's head, and he was like, oh, because he's watching himself on there, he weren't watching the ball. And after the game, Paz was like, fucking hell, Stevie. He went, no, Gaffer, I was just looking on the screen, and someone just fucking shot, and I didn't see it. So he's fucking... But he was a good kid, like, he was a good kid, and he was an animal, to be fair to him.
Yeah.
But
he's into his UFC and stuff.
Yeah, so a lot of people say that, and when he left West Ham, he obviously went on and done some. I think he went to Derby and places like that. But to have him around, and he's probably number 2 or 3 at the time. We had Shaka, Roy Carroll, Jim. He was good just to have around with the boys, and he'd be there for you.
Just the fact that he thought that explaining that he was watching himself on the screen is a valid excuse for nearly letting one in.
I think he only said it as well because it didn't go in. Otherwise, I don't know what he would have said. He said, like, he was looking at himself thinking, I look all right, blah, blah, blah. Someone shot, and he went, fucking hell. Paz was like, what? He went, I was watching it on the screen, Gaffer. Like, I was just looking at myself thinking, I look all right.
And probably think he's totally within his right to what he's saying. Yeah. It's right what I was saying. Yeah, it's right.
How did you feel about the Great Escape and stuff then, if you're not involved, you're in the freezer?
Yeah.
Are you...
I was over the moon, because they're my
lads?
team, they're my club, and the lads I was with for such a long time. I train with them every day, and it's just I didn't travel and be part of it. But a lot of people would say, because it was Curbs, didn't you want them to go down? But they're my team, and they were my mates. So they was really close mates to me. So for them to get out of it and Tevez to do what he done was fantastic for me, because I wanted the team to do really well.
I can't imagine the knockdowns from Tevez were quite as good as Sheringham's.
That's outrageous. It's true.
Are we all thinking it?
But still a very good question.
I bet Jimmy
I
weren't.
like where you're gone with
I
that.
bet Jimmy weren't fucking stood next to Carlo.
You don't have to answer that.
I mean, it's leading into a question. What do you think when this pair came in? Had you heard of them or?
So it was interesting. So we trained, I don't know, probably on a Tuesday because you had Wednesday off or whatever. But the manager didn't take the session. So like, where the fuck's the manager? Like, Grant, his assistant, took it. So the lad just fucking trained, whatever. And then Pard's come walking onto the training pitch with these two fellas. And fucking, who's these? Like, lad was like, they're two signings. But like, fuck off. Like you say, you never know their names, didn't know who they looked like. Lads were like, they're two signings from. I said, like, fuck off, they're not. So the manager calls us in, and then you could see in his face that I think that there weren't his signings. It come from above
from
or whoever. They obviously introduced us to them, and the lads were like, fucking told you. And that's probably the rest is history, really, because we didn't know who they were, but they trained with us on the Thursday, and that was it. So Did
they stand out in training?
Mascherano did,
but
never fucking played. He never ever played, and I remember Christian Daly tried to tackle him. He put his foot on the ball, rolled it through his legs, and got it the other side. Just fucking things he could do, but he didn't play. Where Tevez, he was magical. Wasn't interested in speaking English. Didn't want to go for lessons. Where Mascherano really, really tried. But I remember on a Friday, before a game, 5-0s, people around the edges. Roy Cowell was fucking on at Tevez, blah, blah, blah. And all he turned around to Roy Cowell and just said, "Fuck off," in English, and that was it. He didn't speak English again. Like, you think he can't speak? He says, "Roy, fuck off," and that was it. That was the only English he ever said to it. Like, that he'd come out, and the lads were pissing themselves because he'd go on like with his interpreter or like, like he couldn't speak, and then just fucking turn around and swore at him because he kept going on his case.
And like on that final day, I imagine, you went, everybody was in New Bar and everything. Was Tevez just off home?
Yeah, them boys, they stuck together. Then, to be fair to them, and as much as they could keep away from the training ground, they did, or from the boys, they was quite their own people and done stuff with themselves and their families, really.
I remember asking Granty about it. And it's mad to think because Mascherano went to Liverpool then Barcelona, but he was like, we didn't trust him in playing in a two.
Hayden Mullins and Nigel played, yeah.
Yeah, he said we couldn't play him in a two. So we didn't play him at all. But then he's gone on.
I think he went and played in a Resi game at like a National League team, Bishop Stortford. West Ham used to play their reserve games over there. And he went to play in a reserve team game at Bishop Stortford under the lights at 7 o'clock kickoff one day.
Because he wanted to play or because he got told to
I don't know.
I can't imagine he was enthusiastic.
No. But he probably thinks more minutes I play, I'm going to get in the team. So I'm just going to go and do it.
See, I didn't realise that Mascherano had not played that much.
No, he didn't play. And like you say, Nigel was the captain, and Hayden. To be fair to Hayden, he was really steady and he done really well. But like you say, he goes on to play for Barcelona and Liverpool and
played centre half for Barca, didn't he? For a good
he
spell.
couldn't get in our team. Unbelievable.
We're going to have a very quick break, gentlemen, to bring a message from Saley.
What is Saley, Chris?
What is Saley? But I'm glad you asked me, John. It's the eSIM that you just install on your phone, get on the Saley app, get the eSIM on your phone. Perfect for going abroad. I know you've used it recently, haven't you, Chris? I
used it in Portugal and I saved probably 10 times the amount that I would have paid for data roaming.
Because it can be, it's like an hidden bloody...
cost.
Yeah, it's an hidden extra to your holiday, innit?
Wasn't relying on Wi-Fi.
Yeah, just straight
which was
on
a big
your
thing.
I think you take it for granted, don't you, that when we have our phones at home, you can get internet wherever you want, but then when you go abroad, you've got them roaming charges. As soon as you get to airport, you're getting new SIMs or whatever. None of that with Saley. Just go into the app, turn on your eSIM, internet, wherever you are.
It was very good. Highly recommend.
Because, I mean, depending on how many's going, everybody's got a phone, haven't they? If I go on holiday with family, there's 6 phones going.
Yeah, good point.
So 6 times your roaming charges and all that.
And as well as that, there is the extra web protection as well, which keeps you secure no matter what you're browsing.
which is important.
Oh, is it? You don't want people, especially abroad, you don't want people getting into your bank details and stuff like that. It'd be a nightmare contacting your bank and everything. Yeah, so all you need to do is download the Saily app in the App Store, scan the QR code or click on the link in the description. Using the code COSH, get 15% off your first purchase.
That will pay for itself in a day.
Yeah. Kids, you get home, oh my God, what have you lot been doing?
Yep, exactly. It's happened to me many, many times.
It cost price at bloody holiday.
I'd hang my hat on it. You won't be disappointed.
Scan the QR code, link in the description, download the Saily app in the App Store. Code COSH. Really forgot that then.
Point.
Were there other teams in for you when it came to leaving West Ham? Or were there options?
There was a couple. I spoke to Glasgow Rangers. I spoke to Birmingham, but I ended up going to Fulham.
How much did we in London? Did you ever?
Yeah, and the Scottish one was I think at the time I thought I was too young, and you hear about you want to end your career there, not. So I thought at 25, 24, 25, I'm probably too young to go up to Scotland and go and play. So that was that. And then the other one was, I might as well go to London rather than to Birmingham and not have to really move my family.
I think if you went to Rangers and didn't even, you're pulling trees up, you're only going to get a move then to a Fulham. I don't think you're going to get picked up by a top 4 club. Do you think? Do you agree?
I don't know if that's the most sensible thing you've ever said, Chris. I know what you mean, yeah. You sort of go in you either go in there young to try and progress, or you're going out to graze, aren't you?
You're more likely to go to a Fulham and then get a move.
But you're playing
Liverpool.
the Prem, aren't you, as opposed to
Yeah.
the Scottish Prem.
So I'm saying I think you made the right decision.
We've had Laurie on, and he got a bit of stick, didn't he, for what he said? But he basically said that they've got him to thank for Fulham's team that made it all the way to the final.
He made about 9 signings that summer. A lot of Northern Irish boys. I was one of them signings, so luckily he took me to the club. But he took about 9 signings that season, to be fair to him, and for whatever reason, we just couldn't win a football match. We could not win a game under him. It got to about... Roy come in at Christmas, so it was just before Christmas that Laurie got the sack. But he, for him to take me there, I'd always say thank you. And just wasn't sure that the boys were buying into what his philosophy was, and to try and play that way, really.
From a selfish point of view, though, are you just happy you're back playing?
Yeah, I just wanted to play. Still local, still in London. I haven't really had to move my family. And I knew that I was going to probably play week in, week out. So it was a good move for me then.
I'm going early with this question, but from that era, who did you hate playing against?
I'd say Ronaldo.
It's not a bad one.
Yeah,
Is
it's
it?
not bad, is it?
And Nani, they both used to swap. So both Man United boys. I used to love playing against Reyes from Arsenal and Lundberg. But I'd always think Ronaldo and Nani that this is going to be a fucking nightmare today. Because they could do everything. And he probably didn't get as much credit, Nani, on the other flank that Ronaldo got because he was Ronaldo.
Because I wasn't sure if it was early Ronaldo. He was all tricks, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was.
Maybe too much.
But he still could run. He still had both feet. He still could head it. He probably just learned along the way with the Premier League and the players he obviously played with that you can't do that all the time. But it was just left, right, step overs, whatever he wanted to do. But he was crazy.
Is any, you mentioned Lundberg there and Reyes, that you didn't mind playing against, where you thought, I've got your number?
Yeah, I didn't mind playing against because I liked the battles. I always knew there would be a good battle and you might get on top, I might get on top. But Pennant was the same, playing against Jermaine. He was a good one to play because you thought you always had him. He'd run down the line and just cross it, but he brought more to his game, which was always good for me because you have to be on your toes. So there's 3 or 4 that I enjoyed playing against, but 2 I didn't really like playing against.
So I used to look at Aaron Lennon and think,
Yeah.
if I'm a left back, he is the.
But he was
last
rapid.
Yeah, just sheer
But
pace.
he brought it more into game, but he used to just run and kick it. So I was quite quick, so I didn't mind that.
Right, yeah.
But when they start doing things and chopping inside and going outside, that's when I think it frazzles your own head. So you don't know where they're going to go.
What's the best thing about Hodgson as a manager?
I just think his structure, which I'm going to probably contradict it because when you train every day, it's the same. It's quite boring. But I think you knew what he wanted and just the way he managed people. I think that was his best part. Listen, when I was at Fulham, we trained for 45 minutes, 50 minutes a day, maximum. So first session, he came in, we backed rondos and he went, no, that fucking don't win you titles and definitely don't make you fucking stay in the Premier League. So we'd never done it. He said, if you want to do that, I'll train, you stay out and do what you want to do after that. So we never ever done a rondo until we started winning games because he wanted to warm up, passing drill, and then we done like shape against mannequins or sometimes against each other. But you could take my position, you could take Danny Murphy's, everyone would know what he wanted. No matter who played in the team, you'd know. So I'd say he was really good at it, but sometimes as a player, it's really boring.
Sounds a bit like Tony Pulis. I mean, so this is 2010. So that's what, 15, 16 years ago nearly. So no wonder you only trained for 50 minutes because Roy must have been, 94, 95 then? It still must have been an old cunt then, wasn't it? He must fucking hate
a good left foot, you know. Yeah. His left foot was all right, Roy's.
I saw a clip of...
That was at Palace, right? He was even older.
Yeah.
But Roy had a good left, and he tried it all the time to show you how to do it, but...
He must fucking hate his missus, wasn't he? You know what I mean? Just stop at home, Roy. You've got enough money now. Fucking chill out, you old bastard.
It's like you said what Laurie said about bringing them players in, but it was Roy that got him playing a tune.
Yeah.
And probably because of that, everyone knew. So we as players, all we want to do is five-a-sides and shooting and fuck around, really.
Yeah.
But Roy had us, and I think he must have done it. He learnt it in Italy. He must have learnt it in Italy because I think he'd done loads when he was at Milan and Inter Milan and things. It was just shape against each other, against mannequins, but always consistent. So we probably could do the same session 3 times a week. So it gets repetitive, but you know what you're doing. It's quite weird.
When you're winning, it all starts to click into place. I
yeah,
imagine
it's quite weird.
you're doing it.
It's really boring, but like you said, it gets you results. And you look back now and you think, fucking hell, he's done that for a reason and he made us better as a group.
So, it's demoralising when you're getting beat by the mannequins. So. Not bad then, mother.
I know Danny Young, the kit man, but
Yeah.
he used to say, Roy loves us. Because did he used to have Danny kicking balls, the shadow play and that?
Yeah, he used to.
Kit man just...
Because sometimes, I don't know, you need 22, he might only have 20. So the kit man would be out there, Danny just sitting at right back and playing. That's why sometimes I think he used to get involved, Roy, not run around, but he used to whip his left foot out and have a few. But yeah, he was a... I'll never forget, he was more as a family man than probably football. We always say, like, your families come first, regardless. They're always going to be there. Football's not. So if you've got any problems and any issues, like, your family comes first. So if you need a day off, you come and see me because you can have it off tomorrow because your family's more important. So that always stuck with me with Roy because he cared about you as an individual rather than you just all the same.
Nice and all if you've got a party on a Sunday night, innit? Gaffer, any chance to get Monday off? The missus says she's going to doctors. Yeah, no problem. Get us in fucking new bar.
I bet Jimmy used to wind him up something rotten today.
Bullard.
Yeah.
He wind everyone up, though, wasn't he, Jim? Just in meetings, really, when he was trying to get his stuff over, Jimmy's always fucking around, you know what he's like? And then he couldn't stand still outside, he's fucking kicking balls around. Always talking, he's like shouting and talking and just in everyone's ear hole and fuck off, Jimmy, shut up. But I think the manager got his sense of humour and that was good, to be fair. They was good guys.
What's your most memorable game from that Was it Europa then or UEFA?
Europa League, yeah.
Europa League run.
Probably the Juventus game. So losing 3-1 in Turin. I think you've got no chance of coming back now against a team that big and coming back to Craven Cottage. But we've done really well at home in Europa League in Craven Cottage, which you get so far and you think we could beat anyone, but losing 3-1 away, you think, fucking hell, they get a goal, we're fucked. Early on, Bobby scored. Then Cannavaro gets sent off. So then you think, fucking hell, we've got a chance here. Get another 2, but they go and score. So it's like really, really late on where, I don't know if you ever remember it, the Clint Dempsey chip is out wide on the edge of the box and he chips the goalie to make it 4-3 on aggregate. It was unreal. Like the atmosphere. The atmosphere from the minute one really was unreal because I think the fans must have thought like the game's done, but that was really good for us in Europe. And then we obviously score early and they get man sent off and I think we've got a chance. But late on, Clint scores 89th minute, I think, and make it 4-3, which was an unbelievable turnaround really for us.
It's a strange one that as well, isn't it? Because we've had lads on who played for Fulham who says it's totally different to other clubs. You know, supporters-wise and all that. It's like, oh, well played, unlucky. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but they was like that.
Yeah, in Europe. Like
it was completely different.
Yeah.
Obviously European nights, probably they're not used to, and probably we weren't used to. So it was like that on a Saturday afternoon playing Burnley. Oh, well done, lads. Or you're shit.
Yeah.
But then Europa stuff, it was so different. Like the evening were. You see the Champions League days and all that now. That's what our Craven Cottage was. It was fantastic.
You just think, why can you not be out on a Saturday?
No, you're right. Yeah, but then all them games ain't probably as big for them like them games really.
Yeah.
And if you think back at that time, did you know that Hodgson really liked you and that if he gets another job, he'd take you? Or did you just think, he's playing us, I'm happy?
Probably a little bit of both. I knew he liked me. He used to say things to me like, I've never seen someone like you with a left foot who can run, or 1v1s.
Do you want to come round for dinner on Sunday?
Or 1v1s that you rarely get beat, blah, blah, blah. So
You couldn't come and wipe me out for me, could you?
So I knew he liked me, but I never ever thought that if he ever got anywhere else that he would take me, because I was happy there and I was playing every game. So it was, the manager likes me and he put me back in the team when I got injured straight away, and I think that as a player that gives you a big boost.
So when you get to the Liverpool job, when did you first hear that there was interest?
Probably early August, I get a call, or my agent calls me and says, Roy said that if they can do a deal with Fulham, he wants to take you to Liverpool. And I'm like 31, so I'm thinking, fucking hell, like, one of the biggest clubs in history. I have to make it happen. It has to happen. Didn't probably have a lot of money to spend, so he's come for me, rather than if he had a lot of money, he might have not come for me, which helped me in one way. But Fulham was being really, really hard to play with. Mark Hughes was the manager. You're not going anywhere. We ain't got anyone to take your place until we get someone. You're not going anywhere. And it was getting later and later. So the season kicked off like it does now. The transfer winter's still going. I went away to Bolton, first game of the season, didn't play. Somewhere else we went, second game, didn't play. I had to go knock on Mark Hughes' door and say, like, listen, you've played for the biggest clubs in the world, Barcelona, Man United. I've got an opportunity to do that. Like, please just let it happen. Like, you've had this opportunity, I've never had it. 31, it's never going to happen in my lifetime again. It's like, you're not going anywhere. If we don't get anyone, you're not going there. So you're just going to be here till the end of the transfer window. So I didn't play right up until 30th of August.
Is this your choice or their choice?
No, Fulham's
He's not
choice.
picking you.
So,
But you're quite happy about that in terms of you're not going to get injured or anything. So if it is going to happen, at least you're protected on that front.
Probably, yeah, but...
Because Roy wants to sign you no matter what, doesn't he?
Yeah, but he's not going to wait around.
Yeah, if he gets somebody else, I know what you mean.
So, 30th of August, my agents went, right, we've been told we can go and have a medical and talk to them, but you're not allowed to sign because they've still not got their player they want. So I had my medical in London, Liverpool, just in the hotel really. That night, they fell through. That deal fell through for Fulham. You're gonna have to go back. I said, I'm not going back. Fuck that. I'm not going. Next day, they ring my agent and say, right, we've got this. I can't remember. It was a Mexican boy they signed. Fulham. He ended up signing.
What are you doing? Are you just sat in a hotel?
Yeah,
I'm
waiting till my medical's done. My terms are agreed. All I had to do is sign. So it was the 31st, and it got to about midday. My agent went, they're going to call us by 2 o'clock. So by 3 o'clock, it was done. But it was just weird how it happened. I didn't play, and then on the 30th, I got told I'm allowed to go and have a medical, but still might not be allowed to go. So it was really weird, and my head was fucked, and all I wanted to do was go and sign for Liverpool, really.
And you know, in that month where you weren't playing, what were you like in training and that? Were you all right, or were you
I was
sulking?
I was fine. I probably had a sulk on, but I probably weren't like the Scotty Parker when he was kicking balls. But the manager knew I weren't happy.
Do you think about it? Do you think about doing a Scotty Parker?
Yeah, of course, yeah. But then I was thinking, if I have to stay, I just want to play. So my head was up my arse a little bit.
Yeah.
And to be fair to Fulham, they offered me a new deal just before. They said, like, we'll give you a new 4-year deal. And I said, nah, I want to go. I want to go and test myself for a club with that history, really.
Was it not very little to do with money either? Was it just the fact that it was Liverpool? I mean, you might be getting your wages and is one thing, but was it the fact that it was Liverpool?
Yeah, that was the biggest thing. To test myself, probably, like I say, the history of the football club. At 31, I've never had that opportunity as a young boy. And this is the opportunity that I'm going to get to probably play for one of the biggest clubs in the Premier League.
That must have been some feeling though, walking out with us, never walk alone.
And I think when you go to Anfield as a player, you hear that song, but you don't probably take it in as much. But when you play for the club and you walk out and you hear them singing, the hairs on the back of your neck, like they stick up, and get a little lump in your throat when it's so loud and how much it means to them.
Did you do well, like in your own?
I thought for the first 6 months when Roy was there, I thought I'd done all right. And then obviously Roy left and Dalglish came in, and then I went to Forest a month later.
He wasn't messing about, was he?
In and out.
I've heard, I don't know if you heard Hodgson speak about it, but he'd said he'd spoke to Carragher after all of this, and about what he did wrong, and he said there'd been, you know what you're saying about his training, Liverpool had that for years under Benitez, you know, the shadow player, and then Hodgson's come in, so you think the Liverpool lads are like, right, we're going to be doing, we might do rondos or we might do five-a-sides. He's done exactly the same thing, so I bet the lads were like,
yeah,
here we go again.
Yeah.
And to be fair, I think them two, Carragher and Gerrard, must have spoke to him about that, but nothing changed, because that's his way and that's how he thinks he gets the best out of people. And like you say, I think they've been so used to it. But before Benitez, I think it was all like five-a-sides, and which was the Liverpool way, wasn't it? But since that and then Roy, it was probably too much for him.
So when Roy actually got the Liverpool job, did you think he'll do well there, or fuck Roy?
No, I thought he'd do well.
Yeah.
Just working with him for 3 years and what he does and what he brings, I thought he would do well. I look back now, I say about the bigger players, but he done England as well. But maybe that step every day with big players was too much for him.
Because he got a bit of stick, didn't he, from the fans? Did you get lumbered with that as well because you were his signing?
And I say it as well from being down south, because Joe Cole was in the same predicament as me. It took Coley there, and when Roy left, me and Coley got tarnished maybe with the same brush. You're from London, blah, blah, blah. But what I would say is I learnt loads, and I did love my first 6 months there, being at a football club as big as Liverpool and what the pressures bring. I think the pressures are different and the expectations are different day in, day out.
Sad, really, that tribalism, or the London lads. That's the problem. Like, they're all multinationals, people from everywhere, aren't they? Because he's brought you in.
What were he like as a player, like as an actual footballer, dirt cout?
Worked hard. But I think you know that but could score a goal. I don't know if I would look at him and say he was one of the best talented footballers I've played with. But what he did do is score a goal and work his nuts off. And even if he's having a bad game, he'd work his nuts off.
Did Kenny have a conversation with you at all when he come in?
Kenny was really good, to be fair. He was like, I think this might be a bit big for you, this football club, but you are a good player and you deserve to play in the Premier League. He said, but I just need to keep the team happy for whoever comes in as manager after me. So that's why I left to go and play at Forest. Because probably again, 31, 32, just want to play. So with that conversation, I'm not going to play. And I think Glenn Johnson ended up playing left back, to be fair, Jono. And then someone else coming at right back.
The thing is, he might be telling the truth and it might be true, but that's getting my back up that if he's saying this club's a bit too big for you.
Yeah.
Even though he might be saying it in the right way, I'd be like,
yeah.
I'd be half human about it.
But it's really tough then, because what do? Stay there and not play and be away a million miles away from my family unhappy? Or do I just go and play and be happy again?
How long did you sign at Liverpool? 4
years.
4 years, so you...
Yeah.
Oh, I think I'm sitting tight to the bench. Fuck you, Kenny. No, Kenny. This club's big enough to pay my fucking door for another 4 years.
Did stuff get out in the press? Did your mum say something about fans and stuff?
I think I remember the game. I was away at Stoke on a Tuesday night, pissing down, windy, and someone must have said something. So my mum, probably being my mum's looking after her little boy, but she said something on Facebook where I think she thought she sent it to a private message to someone, which she obviously didn't, so she don't know how to use media and all that.
Yeah.
So I think it was something like scum or something. So then I go in, and the day after, the press guy was like, have you seen this with your mum? I said, I'm not on Facebook. So I said, no. I was like, all right. But then it exploded, really. So...
did you have to make the call? Mum.
It's role reversal, you're getting your mum a ball again.
But my mum...
Say goodbye to that.
But my mum would probably say that she was just saying what she thought and sticking up for me. But you look back, I look at people say stuff now, it's probably no worse than what my mum says, but I think back then it was, everyone blows everything out of proportion.
Yeah.
But it was one of them things, and probably regrets it, but what can you do? You can't fucking turn back the clock, can you?
Nah.
What were you like, Billy Davis? Because we've had mixed reports, haven't we?
Yeah.
Paranoid Pete, like...
Billy Davis, what a guy. Yeah, he was enthusiastic, but I think with the media he was a bit paranoid. I don't know if something happened beforehand, like in his career, where he's been really stitched up, but I think when he done interviews, he was really like in and out, really, because he was paranoid that stuff might get twisted, turned out. I'm not sure, but the lads that used to say it when I joined, he's like, he's enthusiastic, loves football, runs around, but he's really paranoid, and I think you could see it like when you're with him more.
Did he pick you a weight?
Did he?
Pick you a weight? Apparently he just used to look at lads and go, 73. And you had to be at 73 kilograms, even if you were 78. That's right.
There's no science behind it.
No science, yeah. 72. And then you've got to get to 72 no matter what you fucking did.
No, I'm probably lucky because I come from Liverpool in January, so they've probably done that already. But he was really good with me. I played every game under him and Ned Kelly and that, so it was good there. And we used to get Mondays off, come in Tuesday because he wanted to stay in Scotland, and Wednesdays off. So then them times were quite good because you get more days off than you're fucking training.
What did you sign at Leicester?
4 years contract as well, yeah.
At 32?
Yeah, 32.
How did it all get resolved at Liverpool?
Yeah, obviously I had 3 years left and a certain amount of money, and we come to an agreement that I'd go if I got this. So I got looked after there and got another decent contract when I went to Leicester after that.
It's a big club, Kenny, innit? You might as well just splash your money out.
Quick pause in play, gentlemen, to bring a special message from our bestest of friends, O'Neill's.
Love the hat, by the way.
Thank you.
And the kit, by the way, you know the kits I've seen that are over here in Ireland?
They're all quality.
They're
aren't
all like beautiful, like really nice kits.
they? Yeah.
But none better than the big dog.
Oh, yes.
That's the fella, innit?
Like we've said many times, if you've got your own team, grassroots, looking to sort yourself out with a kit, get in touch with O'Neill's.
4 to 6 weeks from design to delivery.
And it's not. And when we say design, you can design it yourself. Just the little details, everything. It's not like you're just turning out in a red shirt, black shirt, white stripes or whatever. It's you can put the
Proper,
finer
innit?
detail on as well, can't you? The quality is unbelievable.
Like a work of art.
Do you know what's good as well? That they're produced mainly in Ireland and Northern Ireland in the factories, so it's locally produced as well. It's not
Quicker for delivery.
quicker for delivery, but the quality as well.
I'm not just saying it's good.
Yeah,
Good
it is
quality
good.
gear,
We've
innit?
been in the O'Neill shop today, and some of the stuff, well, most of the stuff, all of the stuff, it's incredible.
As well as a link in the description if you want to get yourself involved with your own team. We can't recommend getting your shirts from anywhere else.
My
but
team
O'Neill's.
won well, man. Been absolutely buzzing all season.
If you look good, you play good, everybody.
Exactly. So the link's in the description. Get your order in for your team, and also if you want to get yourself an Undr The Cosh, absolutely stunning. All 4 of them that are available.
Check them out.
Did it hurt a bit to drop? Like, obviously, you got this move, like you said, to a club the size of Liverpool, and that 6 month, or well, seeing out the season with a loan, to then drop down to the Championship. Did that hurt a little bit? Like, were there clubs in the Premier League interested?
Did it hurt? Not really.
No.
Because once I knew Leicester was interested, and it was Sven again. So obviously
having a go.
Sven took me away with England twice, and I knew he liked me. And when I spoke to him with the ambition of the club and the new owners, it was probably a no-brainer for me, really, to go to Leicester and be part of what their plans were.
Like you said, they were building, weren't they?
Was that the ones who are in now, the family that's in now?
Yeah, obviously, God forbid, Fishai and his son Top. Yeah, so they took over the year before, and the ambition is they wanted to be in the Premier League within 3 years, and they were, to be fair, the way he backed them.
Did you ever meet his missus, Sven's?
What one?
The Shagger. The Nancy.
No, never.
Oh,
No.
just wonder what she smelt like.
Oh dear.
Did you know that Mahrez and Vardy would go on to be the players that they are?
I knew they had them in him. So Vard's obviously a different background to what Riyad had, and come from non-league, and he's probably as scatty now as he was, but he wanted to learn. I think that was the biggest part of him, knowing where he came from to what he had given to him just to be at Leicester was massive for him. But I always knew that he'd score goals. Did I think he'd had the career he's had? Maybe not what he's had, but I knew he'd do well at the game because he just wanted to learn and score goals, and that was all he was about. And Mahrez was someone that, if I knew that, I know he weren't big, he was really slight, but he was even slighter when he first came. But he could do things with that football that other people couldn't. He was like a magician. He was so magical, and I think I knew if he could put on some weight that he would go and be one of the best players, because he could, like I say, he could do things that people couldn't even think about doing.
Would it be fair to say that Knockout was more highly thought of than Mahrez at that time? Just from playing against them both, I always thought Knockout was better.
And I think because Knockout was there a bit before him, he was a fan's favourite because another little wizard on the football, I think. But I think once Mahrez settled and played at the top, he was. I'm going to sound really harsh, but I think he was a lot better than Knockout with the ball, when he made things happen. But to have either one on each wing was fantastic for us.
Were you there when he chipped the penalty? Knockout.
At Watford.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Surely somebody's got to give him a fucking clip after that, and like, come on, mate.
And then they go and
Is that the
score.
Deeney? Is that
Yeah.
the Deeney
Deeney
goal?
thing, yeah.
Yeah.
Knockout.
Were you playing when
No,
Deeney scored?
I had an hernia operation just before, and I was subbed, to be fair, because I weren't ready to play, and then we was doing all right, so there's no point in coming on, and then that happens. And then Deeney goes up the other end and scores, and then, to be fair, I think the fans give him more stick than the lads. He just come in crying and young kid. And
He's played the crying card, hasn't he? Fuck off.
he's just come in crying, and what can you do?
Must have been a sombre dressing room.
Yeah, it was horrible. Yeah, it was disgusting, and you've got to go on holiday that summer and thinking what could have been, and now we're back where it was.
At that time, are you thinking, just bearing in mind your age, I know you've got a couple of years left, but are you thinking your chance of playing in the Premier League again is going to be over?
Yeah, because I think I joined Leicester thinking first year round and we're going to get promoted and I'll be back in the Premier League, which it obviously didn't, but it didn't happen, and I knew we had a good team and a good squad, but we all know what football's like. Getting back in the Premier League is a tough ask, and so maybe on that was probably the opportunity to get back in the Premier League, and it didn't. So yeah, it could have been over, but I knew that I always was at a big football club, which had ambitions of being back to the top. Could it be in my time there? I was desperately hoping for, but it might not have been. But obviously, we was lucky enough to get promoted the year after.
Yeah, you pissed it that
I just
season,
get this
didn't you?
time-wise then. So Sven Goran, who signed you, Sven?
Sven, yeah.
And what league were they in?
Championship.
I thought Pearson took them from League One to Championship to Prem.
No, he came in after Sven.
In the
Right.
Premier League.
He's had three goes there now, Pearson. He did
Right.
take him from League One
Yeah.
to Champ,
Right.
then Sven, and then Pearson came back and
Right.
took us to the Premier League.
Did he like you?
Pearson, yeah, and I don't know who. I didn't know him before, and I always thought him on the sidelines like a headmaster. When I was at school, I thought the headmaster, and I was a bit wary of him. But another guy that was really good with man management, but he could throw a cup of tea or kick the boot box, and if you got on the wrong side of him. But he liked me, and again, I was lucky enough to play quite a lot of games under him.
Good artist. Did you know that?
Is he?
Apparently, yeah.
Caricatures.
Just, throw
You never
that one
do,
in.
you? Never do.
Caricature.
No, because every time we had time off, he used to go like a mountain walk, so it was a bit weird like that. He used to go off on his own and just walk mountains and stuff.
Did you also have a nip? Did you also have a nip of whiskey or something before the game, Nigel?
So as we used to go out, there used to be it was Zambuca, like black Zambuca.
Sambuca?
Yeah,
Flaming?
there's like little shots of it, and him and his staff always had one before we went out. And at half time, as we go out, yeah.
Sambuca.
Bard's had a
That's
couple,
like-
to be fair, now and again.
That's like Marbella tackle, like Magaluf tackle, isn't it? Just flaming them all up before you go out.
Bard used to have a couple, like now and again, before he went out, yeah.
Sambuca Red Bull.
He already had his Red Bull, he just had the shots.
Ding, 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 ding.
What was Harry Kane like when he came?
He had a couple of loans before, and they didn't really work out for him. Someone that just wanted to score goals.
Could you tell he were going to...
And no, he couldn't. And I'm probably being harsh because he didn't really play a lot for us. But that's probably where Vards gets it from as well, because him and Vards used to always start doing loads of finishing. So Harry Kane was a top class finisher. You could see he could finish. But we had Jesse Lingard there as well, and Nigel didn't pick him either. So at one time, I think the three of them was on the bench, and it was like, fucking hell.
So who's
Go
playing
on.
in front
And
of
then
that?
that's hindsight, isn't it? It's fucking hell in hindsight.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? At the time,
Yeah, and
young lads.
you look at their careers they've had and gone and had, it was like, fucking hell.
Yeah.
They sat on the bench for us a couple of games, and Nigel didn't pick them. But Harry Kane, he could finish, but I never think he'd go on and have the career that he's had, because he's had an unbelievable career.
I remember when
Sambucas when they were picking the team, weren't you?
I remember when Pearson got sacked, thinking it was harsh. Did you think that as well?
Yeah, I think because for what he's done, well, the second time round for the club as well, and getting promoted and staying in the Premier League, I think he done fantastic and
finishing 14th. It's
it's the highest they've finished, and we done all right. But like I say, the owners had ambitions to kick on and wanted to go another way.
I know they had ambitions, but surely going on to win the league the season after was...
Yeah, and I think everyone says the foundations, what Nigel had that, and a lot of the players, to be fair, was Nigel's players, and they go on and win the league, whereas I don't know if anything happened in the meantime with the owners and him, but...
Well, I think Ranieri got rid of the dead wood, didn't he? Did you go out on loan for the next time?
I did. I wouldn't keep it up.
Obviously, only joking.
Again, that's like a new manager coming in, and
yeah, that was a tough one for me because he really wanted me to stay.
Oh, mate!
But we had Christian Fuchs and Chile, Ben Chilwell, the two left backs, and he said, like, I really want you to stay, and you might play a part, you might not. And I'm 35, thinking, if I retire at the end of this year, I want to play as many league games or career games as I can. And do I want to be sitting around doing nothing? I'm like, just want to play. So I had an opportunity to stay, but wanted to play, and then could have played one, could have played 21. That would I'd never know now, but I chose the decision to go and play at QPR, really.
And let's be honest, at the time you're thinking, I'm going to be third choice at a team that's fighting relegation to get the mid-table.
Yeah.
You never think it's going to go on the way it
No,
did.
and obviously Chile was an understudy at the time with me and a fantastic player, and he went on and had a good career and went to Chelsea and done well. But Fuchs, he played, and obviously Ben Chilwell will be number 2, so can both of them get injured at the same time? Probably not. So I didn't really feel like I was going to play, and I just wanted to play.
You've had a few sliding doors moments, haven't you?
I have, yeah, but like we say...
Like you say, hindsight, you never know how it goes, but
no.
Is there any...
But now I look back, do you expect him to win the Premier League?
Yeah.
No.
And to be fair, Fuchs got Player of the Year, like. Scored some important goals, Fuchs.
He did, to be fair. Yeah. He did, some rockets. Mm-hmm. Do you expect him to win the league? No. Do I think I made the right decision? Probably, yeah, for my own career, yeah.
Thought-provoking question from one of the Cosh punters. Why the fuck did he have a skinhead his whole career and then suddenly have hair when he finished?
Do you know what it is? I'll tell you why. So when I was growing up as a kid, I've got a cowslick and I'm fucking trying to brush my hair. This bit's going this way, this going, and I'm like, fuck this. I can't be out getting up every morning doing my hair. So I just cut it off. And then I tried a little bit later and I started going grey. I thought, fucking hell, no chance. It's only when I think it was 2013, 14.
Was it grey when you grew it back? Like,
yeah, places, yeah.
Or did it go grey? Like, was it the first time you grew it back? You're like, fucking hell.
No, it's growing back, yeah. So like this patch come, fucking get that off, fuck that, kind of. 2013, 14, I think, when I went back to pre-season. So in that summer, we had like 9 weeks off. So I always cut my hair when I go on holiday. My little girl was only little. She was 6, 7. Dad, don't cut your hair. No, when we go away, no one will see you. Like, it doesn't matter when you're fucking holiday. So, all right, no worries, babe. So come back. I'm going to cut it off back to pre-season, fucking work time. But no, don't cut it no more, Dad. Like, I want you to grow it. So my little girl, being my little princess, I was like, I can't fucking cut it now. It ends up like this. So, no, I didn't have no hair transplant, and that's it. But I come back grey and I had a fucking cowslick.
I didn't know if it'd be like a Julian Dix type thing. You know, obviously the West Ham thing.
Well, maybe part of it, but it was when I was at school. Like, I had a cowslick growing here. I wanted my hair to go this way. Just fucking over that bit, and it's like, fuck this. I can't be arsed with it.
Let's just come to us there. Charlie Austin messaged asking,
telling us to ask you about Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank.
That
Could be a grenade I've just launched there.
Fucking hell. Charlie loved him. It was tough. It was a tough one. In the sense of it changed everything from, I don't know, we're used to train Monday, Tuesday, off Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, play Saturday. We used to have Thursdays off, which was a ball ache for a lot of lads because I don't know what you're like, but when I played on a Thursday, Friday, I used to be like, want to get a really good sweat on knowing I'm ready for the weekend. Play Saturday, be in Sunday, doing like box to boxes, but as a recovery. What the fuck's this? This ain't like fucking... And this was quite late on, and it just changed the whole mentality of what we'd been used to there. So you got people like Charlie there and like me there. Fucking hell, this ain't like what... This ain't fucking doing box to boxes for recovery. Fuck that, we're not doing that.
By the way, what kind of pace were these box to boxes
They're
at?
like 3/4. So on the mat, like, they weren't like... You wouldn't have to do them in like 8, 9 seconds. They're like 12, 15 seconds, but it's fucking... You play the game.
Yeah, too much for
Especially when you're getting a bit older as well.
And a ball ache, and I never got a day off really. You got the Monday off, but and then the Thursday, but it was like change of routine, if you like. And I think as an older player, you normally like your routine.
Stubborn bastards and all that.
Yeah, and you don't want to change, do you?
Yeah.
You're used to that. All right, I've got Wednesday off. I'm going to plan this to do this, this, and this. No, you're in fucking Wednesday. You're training Thursday. Yeah, and I think he came into a tough environment where with the boys he had there as well, which didn't really buy into what he tried to change.
Difficult time for you.
At QPR? No,
That back end.
No, because I really like the lads in that, and I played a lot at QPR, so it was what I wanted to do back end of my career. So I just wanted to play, and we had good lads. I think that always makes it easier when you got a good dressing room.
Yeah.
And I got on really well with Chaz, to be fair to him. So it was we had a bit of banter, and it was good fun.
So you had a year at Gillingham, and now at this point now you're what, 35ish, 36?
Yeah, nearly 36. So the Gillingham one was really funny because I was done. QPR, I was like, I'm done now. Like, I've had enough. And I always in the back of my head, I wanted me to finish football rather than football finish myself. Like either getting injured, touch wood, I didn't, or it just passed me by. And Justin Edinburgh, he was the Gillingham manager. He spoke to me in the summer. He said, like, do us a favour. I need a left back. Come on, play. I'm like, I've had enough, mate. If I'm honest, I got on all right with Justin, and he was like, no, come on, I need like someone with you. And he said, just train a couple of times a week. And I was like, I don't really want to play, mate. He went, oh, come on, just come for me. So I ended up going for Gillingham really with him and Josh Wright, and thought it was going to be one more year, but I went again.
And you fucking went in style, by the way, again.
I went again.
Billericay. What they call him? Glenn Tamplin.
Tamplin, was that era?
Yeah. So I left. Justin left in February, Gillingham. So the owner was like, we've got a young kid, we're just going to nurture him. So we just sort out your last bit of money, you can go. So it was middle of Feb, near the end. So Glenn rang my agent at non-league. I only played till middle of April. So he said, it's 6 weeks left. Come do it. I'm a big West Ham fan. I want to get the Billericay on the market, on the people come and support us, and I've got good things coming. I was like, fucking hell. He said, like, whatever money they owe you, I'll give you, and then I'll pay you some money just to do the 6 weeks. I was like, all right then, mate. No way, big West Ham fan. Lunatic, but good, big West Ham fan. Man of art, like. So I ended up fucking doing that. End of the season, he said, why don't you sign a 3-year contract? I was like, fuck.
Three?
I'm not signing a 3-year deal here, Glenn. Like, do you know what I mean? I said, no chance, mate, sorry. He went, all right, just do another year. Awara's coming, Pennant's coming, Kevin Foley, old Wolves boy, Kev's coming. So we had a good group, really. It was like 4 ex-pros.
And is this Tuesday, Thursday night, play Saturday? Or play Tuesday, Saturday?
Well, if the games were Tuesday, you'd play. If not, it was Tuesday. So Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. So a lot of the games were Tuesday anyway, non-league, and then Saturday. So you train once a week, play twice. Done pre-season, like it was. I was about 18 again, like running and fucking all that bollocks. He's got to be fit. Got to be the fittest team in the non-league. That was his mentality. And then started the season August, September. I said, Glenn, I've had enough, mate, and I walked away. But to be fair, he was he put the club on the spectrum. He'd done well for the football club.
Was it as madness as what it looked like from the outside?
Yeah, he was crazy.
Did you ever do any of the singing in the?
I was in the dressing room when they sang, but I didn't sing, to be fair. So
Didn't he get?
I think O'Hara did. He was like eyes open and singing. And
What song were it?
he won the World Cup, wasn't he?
Yeah.
World's greatest.
He was like, he was going for it, Jamie. But
Didn't he get some dwarfs coming in dressing room or something at one time?
some what? Dwarves?
Yeah,
Did he?
definitely seen a video with some dwarfs coming in.
I think you've dreamt that.
You're into
I'll
them, aren't
find
you?
it. I'll find
You're
it.
into
Yeah.
dwarfs.
But he put the club on, and he built them a new stadium and new stadium and pitch. And
Did he know anything about football?
no, he was a West Ham fan. He tried to buy Dagenham Redbridge, I think, a year before, 2 years before, but for some reason it didn't happen. So he just wanted to be an owner of a football club, which is crazy because you just throw money away. But
But
Yeah.
there's owner and then there's owner manager, isn't there?
yeah, and he did towards the start of the season. He stepped away and he owned it, but someone else managed it, which was probably better. Like you say, you can't do both when you don't know what to do in both jobs, really.
Makes you appreciate what Mark White's done, doesn't it, at Dorking?
Yeah.
What he's done over the thing.
Yeah, yeah,
Your head must be in bits constantly.
yeah, and
Who are you picking?
that non-league is really hard, you know, because you can play for this team this week and then next week you're playing for someone else because it's just chop and changing all the time. He always wanted the best players, or he thought was the best players, and you've got 50 players here at one time, and it's like mental.
Was there any part of you that didn't want Leicester to win the league?
No. And I was probably the first person to ring the chairman when they won the league. Yeah, and to be fair, again, a club that I loved and I still speak to them, and I was back there last week and I'd done the Charlton Leicester game on the TV. So I was probably the first guys that... Yeah, and because they was really good for me. They looked after, obviously, me, but all the players. And we had some fantastic times there, and he used to treat us really well.
Did you get in on the E8s that got given out? Was the E8s?
No, that's because they won the league.
shit,
Yeah,
the BMW one.
yeah. Cheers, mate. Fucking hell.
We're piling it in.
Another bomb.
Chairman, fucking brilliant. I'm so pleased for you. When do I pick my car up?
To be fair to him, though, when we won the championship to go up, we had all hublots made with like the two hands were like foxes because the foxes and our squad number was on the back, and so he was really good, and he took us to Thailand. He used to take us to casinos and sort us out. He was like a generous man, and I've got a lot of time for his family.
How was it managing the women? I know you went to West Ham.
Yeah. Tough, probably because, I say tough probably through my career and how I probably got brought up and spoke to as probably a young man in a dressing room with older players, and then being in that dressing room, the way you demand stuff, I think that was probably the hardest bit for me to get into my head, that you can't talk to the women like that and you can't demand the stuff that you want to demand in a certain way. You had to be careful how you demanded and how you come across, because even if I'm saying, if I can just do this, they'd take that a different way. So I had to be careful the way you demand and how you get things across to them. But that's how I probably learnt more in the coaching, because they used to ask loads of questions about how about this and how about that. What if I do this? So it always kept my brain going as well, because I'm learning, because I've got to answer these questions as well. Yeah, it was tough, but I think I learnt to be
Imagine that's
to be
the
better.
same with the men's game as well, though, now, with the younger, from what we've heard, that you have to be more tactile.
Especially with the academy boys, yeah.
Yeah.
What are you up to now then? You still involved with it all, or?
No, not really. I do a little bit of group coaching and one-to-one stuff just to keep my mind at sight, really, keep my brain going. And I do a little bit of ambassador stuff at West Ham, and hopefully at Fulham as well, because they've just opened their new stadium. So, keeping busy, but not busy, if you like. Just bits and bobs that I'm quite enjoying and spending time with my kids.
Good stuff, mate.
Nice one, mate. Well,
West
appreciate
Ham
it.
women's shirts were always high and nice.
I knew he wasn't done with the women.
I knew it.
I knew there was more to come.
Class being your own boss, innit? You know, when you can't get sacked. You can't win sackers, are you? Thank fuck.
We're having a vote this afternoon.